What's up everybody, this is 13 with Superior Mobile by 13, and today I have for you a very unique project that is in 2 weeks going to be 2 years in the making. And so I am extremely excited about wrapping this up, and later today when I take this thing home, it's going to be the end of this project. So this is my wifey's 1941 Sunbeam Mixmaster, which if you want to do the math and figure out how old that means this thing is, then please by all means do. All I know is that this was handed down to her from her father, who has since passed, and it was in some pretty hardcore disrepair. So I took it upon myself about 2 years ago to do a full restoration on this. In all honesty, I took it apart and I did this amazing paint job on it, which is what we're going to be focusing on right here because that's what I can claim credit for. Once I had finished with the paint, my plan was to refurbish a lot of the internals and get it up to spec and get it running nice and smooth, but life got in the way of that, and so that did not happen, and I ended up sending all of the parts away over to Mr. Dave. And if you do any Googling about Model 7Bs, you cannot avoid this man. He's pretty much the Sunbeam guru. So he took the job on with absolutely no deadline, no pressure. I was just grateful to find somebody who was competent and qualified to be able to reassemble this thing, as I knew that I certainly was not. And it came out absolutely stunningly gorgeous. So this thing is, like I said, from the 40s, and now it is in immaculate, beautiful, perfect condition, and it runs beautifully as well, and it does cool things like that. This is good old-fashioned American engineering and stuff like that. So the paint itself, since that's what I did, that's what I can talk about, I was going for kind of a modern, smooth, elegant look that would reflect the styling of this mixer. So the two colors that I chose are actually both leftover paint that I had from previous jobs. So they were just hanging around the shop, and they were both for Maserati. So this is an OEM Maserati color. It's got a beautiful deep pearl to it. I was in love with that color when I sprayed it before. And then this was an interior trim that I did as a color match, and I just thought it was a really nice basic silver that complemented that color very well. And so it was kind of an idea of how do I balance these two out and just make it look good without being gaudy. I intentionally removed the Sunbeam emblem from there, and I also intentionally did not fill any of the text on the selector knob or up on this handle. I understand that the purists out there are going to be very upset at me. How dare I remove those logos? But again, the idea was just to kind of smooth it all out and make it nice and clean and elegant. We know what speeds do what, so I don't need to be able to read that every single day. And honestly, if you look at it, you can read it anyway. Number 4 is what we use for juicing, and when this thing has that juicing attachment that goes on top of it, which by the way is all glass, porcelain, and metal, this thing does an amazing job, way better than the modern day KitchenAid that we have. I'm really proud of the paintwork that I do, but I'm going to admit to you that this is one of the best ones that I've ever done. The detail on it is just absolutely extraordinary. You can see where I masked off the important bits, any of the parts where it would actually interact, and this is our spring-loaded little mechanism in there, painted inside and out. Just absolutely gorgeous. And that's kind of pretty much all I've got to say on this thing. It's got some new rubber feet too, but a big shout out to Dave. Thanks so much for taking on this job and doing an amazing job making it work. How silly of me, I should actually turn it on if we're gonna watch a video of it. There we go. Listen to that baby purr like the day it was born. Oh, love it. Absolutely love it. And that's all I'm going to say about this. Thanks so much for watching. This is 13 with Superior Mobile by 13. You have yourselves a wonderful day, because I know I'm going to have a sweet day. See ya.